What is good, Meat Boys? Yo, we got an absolute banger kicking off this UFC Vegas 60 card. And if you're new here at Meat Boy MMA, consider subscribing. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. I don't think anyone is picking at as successful as a clip as Meat Boy MMA. So smash that subscribe button if you're looking for locks and laughs. And this is a great one here, right? It's Aspen Ladd taking on Sara McMann. And Sara McMann surprised a lot of people in her most recent fight, right? She was a huge dog back up against the wall, going up against Carol Hossa, and she absolutely obliterated Carol Hossa. It was a dominant 3-round decision and an impressive win for Sara McMann, given that she's almost 42 years old. Seemingly doesn't age, however, and before that fight against Carol Hossa, right, she lost a tough one to Juliana Pena. It was a back and forth fight. She won the first round, lost the second round, then ultimately ended up succumbing to a rear naked in the third. But this is a woman who's 7-6 in the UFC, a former title challenger. I mean, she was even a silver medalist in the 2004 Olympic Games for wrestling, and just a very extensive background. We know what she's trying to do against Aspen Ladd, right? She's probably going to try and take her down. She's going to try and keep her there. But the question is Aspen Ladd going to be able to defend the older woman, or is she just going to get stuck under her? Because it's tough to, really assess what you're going to get from Aspen Ladd, because she's 9-3. She had a lot of hype, right? But she's 4-3 in the UFC, and she's lost 2 straight. Both of them being fights that you think she had an opportunity to win, right? She just fought against Rocky Pennington, got absolutely smoked, and then before that, it was for some reason a main event against Norma Dumont where she also got smoked in that one. So, what are your thoughts on this one? Do you think Aspen Ladd maybe has finally turned a corner? This is finally her opportunity to get a win against a very tough name like Sara McMann? Or is Sara McMann going to surprise even more people and perhaps do to her what she just did to Carol Hossa? Who are you taking?
On paper, looking at the age, the stats, everything, it should lean towards Aspen Ladd. I mean, she's 27. She's slowly peeking into her physical prime. Um, and she's only getting worse, it seems. Since Iron Maiden has absolutely sent her to the Shadow Realm, she's just been going downhill since. Absolutely fumbling bag after bag. UFC's throwing her layup after layup, and she can't get the dunk. So I think this is going to be a big upset. Sara McMann is pushing 57 years old, or almost 60 years old, you guys, and she's going to absolutely dismantle the little lad, I guess you could say. It's pretty mind blowing that I'm picking McMahon, but she's been looking better. She's looking stronger, and I think this is gonna be a one-sided mauling. I don't think it's gonna be competitive. I think Aspen Ladd is gonna go to maybe.
Yeah, who knows what's next for Aspen Ladd, but if she does lose this fight, then I don't know. It's not looking great because that would be 3 straight L's, and you got to believe that the UFC is like tired of handing her these layup opportunities where ultimately she ends up fumbling the bag, like you said. But this is a close one. If we look over at Tapology, it's very split over there as well. 52% is rolling with McMann, 48% is rolling with Aspen Ladd, and the odds sort of mirror those Tapology metrics, right? McMann is a plus 120 dog, Aspen Ladd the minus 140 favorite. I do wonder though, Meat, there's a lot of beige for that decision over at Tapology. Any chance either woman gets a finish in this one, or are you expecting, regardless of the winner, just a sort of grind them out decision?
Should be a ground out decision. Maybe McManor gets a TKO ground and pound, but yeah, it should be an easy decision slobber knocker.
Man, if Sara McMann is able to get a TKO, that sure would be something. She hasn't, finished anyone with strikes since her UFC debut against Sheila Gaff all the way back in 2013. But she does have a litany of submission chokes, and we know that Aspen Ladd is more so the ground and pound finisher herself, right? I mean, although she's lost 3 of 4, she did have that nice finish in there against Yana Kunitskaya where she just beat the brakes off her and got that ultimately last 3rd round finish. But I think it's going to be tough to do that against Sara McMann because Sara McMann, again, as mentioned, this is a former silver medalist in the Olympics. She's not just going to get stuck underneath Aspen Ladd. You got to believe she'll have the strength and the skill necessary to get her off of her if this fight does hit the mat. and ultimately she'll probably end up reversing it and creating advantageous positions for herself. So in this one, Meat, I'm gonna roll with you. I like Sara McMann as a dog. I picked her against Carol Hossa, and so I like that she's going to get a second straight victory in this one. But if Aspen Ladd is, finally good, maybe she can get a win over Sara McMann. I just am sick of picking Aspen Ladd and ultimately having it fall through. So going with Sara McMann, wouldn't say it's the most confident of picks, however, and I like her to win a decision. So any last thoughts on this one?
No, this is a great fight, I guess. Should be an absolute layup, but it's an absolute bag fumble. Throw in the comments, is it a fumbly bag or is this a lock for the young lad?